Section 144 has been imposed in the state of Karnataka till the 21st of December midnight. This comes as protests erupt across the country over the Citizenship Amendment Act. This means that no protest will be allowed in the state. So to get a sense of the ground situation, I have my colleague Neha joining us live. Neha, good morning. First up, tell us what is the situation on the ground like? Section 144 imposed till the midnight of 21st of December. What do you sense from the ground?
Well, Afrida, of course, Section 144, was imposed just last evening in Bengaluru. Of course, it was effective from yesterday evening, but in other parts of the state, it was effective from today morning, 6 a.m. And we're given to understand that this comes after, massive protests in various parts of the state. And in order to ensure that, nothing untoward actually happens or takes place, the government has decided that preventive action would be the best, which is why, in fact, they've imposed Section 144. In many parts of the state of Frida, we've seen how protests have been breaking out, even despite, no police permission being given to the protesters. They've been detained, in order to ensure that these growing protests do not get violent or do not get worse. They have, in fact, imposed Section 144. No protests of any kind, sit-in or rallies would be allowed, Frida.
Right. No protest will be allowed. So there is, from what you are telling us, a strict enforcement of Section 144. But what do people on the ground have to say, Neha? What is their primary demand? What is their primary grievance? Why are people out on the streets? Give us a sense of what the public sentiment really is like.
Of course, after the imposition of Section 144 last evening, social media and various other platforms were abuzz with protesters, questioning how they can curb the right to democracy, how they can curb their freedom to protest. And more importantly, it seems like there's a lot of anger seething amongst the people in the state, and they have decided to, go ahead with their protests anyway, ignoring, Section 144 that has been imposed. So probably in all likelihood today, of all the protests that have been planned across various parts of the state, and all the districts also for that matter, might, of course, turn out ugly with the police having to detain the protesters. Even last night, for that matter, in Bengaluru, we did see protests in Chamarajpet as well as Town Hall. And in both the cases, of course, once the police van arrived, the protesters were in fact dispersed from their respective areas, with some of them even being detained. So we really have to wait and see what happens.
Okay. Thanks, Neha, for joining us with the latest information from the ground.